Well, here we are, and we are live, and it says we're receiving content, and I want to welcome you to our little live event. Really, it's designed to help you get your head around this idea of creating a marketing funnel. So let me just, a couple caveats here. I'm running this live event in kind of a very aggressive mode. So if I go in and out occasionally, you'll understand why. Hey, I'm hoping that everyone can hear me. I've got my Yeti microphone right here. We're going live here. I'm using some hardware compression, but I understand the technology, but that doesn't mean it always works. And I'd like to know from you right now, if you hear me, I want you to go ahead and type 1 in the chat box. Type 1 in the chat box. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you hear me, I need to see that 1 in the chat box. Otherwise, we can't go on, right? So I want to see some 1s. All right, we got 1. All right, very good. So here's what we're going to do today. I've got a model, and it's based on 4 basic steps. And if you've followed me at all, you know those 4 basic steps. And they are, it says that we're going to have a little buffering issue. So I'm not sure what's going on here, but we're going to keep going. We're going to plow through and get going. So let's talk about, and I'm going to try to do things. I want to talk about a statistic here, and it is the 92-to-1 ratio. And what do we mean when we talk about 92-to-1? We're basically saying something very important, and that's for every $92 that a company spends driving traffic to their website, they only spend $1 converting that customer, that visitor, into a customer. So it's a 92-to-1 ratio, and it is just obvious what's going on here. And what's obvious is that it's relatively easy to drive traffic. In fact, for this video, I'm going to show something on my screen right now that I think you guys are going to be really interested in, because it does show the capabilities that you can have if you make the effort. So let's go ahead and if you'll just be patient with me here, I'm going to pull up on my screen an image of let's see, look at how nicely that works. I love that. An image of a search. So I'm going to hit this again. So here you see on the screen, let's get that screen live. You see on the screen here an image of a search. I just did it, and I'll refresh it so that you know it's live. So here we are, and what's number 4? I just did Your Marketing Funnel Minneapolis, and here it is. If we just did Your Marketing Funnel, and I doubt this will work here, but if I was searching for a video on Your Marketing Funnel, here I am right there on the front page, and I just said, it says I set this up 40 minutes ago. So it just shows how quickly you can rank on video. So let's hop into YouTube too. I haven't done this yet, but I'm fairly confident that if I do a search on YouTube, say I'm looking for Your Marketing Funnel. Actually, and I changed the name of this, so hopefully we're not going to get anything. So let's do let's do this. Let's do marketing funnel help. There it is, marketing funnel help, live now. That is such a great way to get attention. And I was able to do that literally on the fly. So what I'm trying to say here is, of these 4 elements, drive, capture, nurture, convert. So let's start with drive. Drive means drive traffic. And you can do it 100 ways. You can probably do it 1,000 ways. And so one way you can do is create videos. YouTube and Google, they work really closely together in order to promote content that is readily available. So live events is a great way to get the kind of viewership that you want. And so here we got marketing funnel help, and that's what you're watching right now. And so I'm able to drive traffic. When I'm done with this video, it's going to be up on YouTube generating traffic over and over again. So it's really powerful. Let's go in and I'm going to edit that. Let's edit this live. Let's see if I can figure out how to do that. And so I'm just going to drop this right on top. This is my live account, and I want to change the info on this, because here's something you all need to know. If you want to drive SEO, in fact, what you need to do is what I'm doing right now, and that's put your URL right in the top page. It'd be nice if you had this embedded, and you can do that, but something like that. I'm going to save changes. So now, as this sits up there, it's going to drive SEO power to my page. This is just some SEO tricks. I actually ran an SEO company, was very successful in it, but to be honest, it got so crowded with so much garbage, literally crap, that nobody could tell the good SEO people from the bad ones. I came up #1 for SEO Minneapolis, and I'd show people and I'd prove it, and yeah, some people got it, and other people were so cynical because they know there's so much scamming and trickery in the area that I actually got out of altogether. Not only that, it's so cost effective to do pay-per-click and CPM, pay-per-view based advertising, pay-per-impression advertising. So you should do that. So it just pays for itself. So let's talk about ways that you can market and take to the next level. So as we talked about, so here I am showing all this stuff. You want to see my mug. So we talked about the 92-to-1, which is a great point, because really what it does is it takes the focus off driving, because like I said, you can drive traffic thousands of ways to your website, social media, ads. I really recommend ads, because really in the end, what do we want? We want control. I can decide who sees my ad, the message they get, things like that. I can retarget them and follow them all over the internet, and that kind of gets us to the next piece, and that's capture. And what it is, it's capture leads. We're gonna take all that traffic, we're gonna drive them to our properties, our online properties, whether that could be Facebook, that could be our website, it could be a lot of other places. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna capture them, we're gonna turn them into somebody that we can reach out to over and over again. One of the ways we can do that is through retargeting. And retargeting requires no action by the user. They are simply added to your retargeting list by virtue of landing on your website, your online property. So that's pretty slick. And there's a lot of cool ways you can do that. Say you don't even want to work on your website. You can use Facebook. We can drive them to a video that's somewhere else on Facebook, which is a pretty cool idea. And then what we can do is we can interrupt that. We can create a redirect in the middle that drops this pixel, this remarketing pixel, on the site and pushes them forward. And I'd love to tell you about that at some point. It's a really cool tool and technology, and we can show you exactly how to do that. So that's one way to capture. But the common way to capture is really super effective, and people have been using it for well over a decade now, and that's simply capturing an email address and sending out emails. But in order to do that, you need to have a messaging strategy, and it's really there's a really simple method that I created, and it's called the 4 abilities. And the 4 abilities utilize 4 basic methods, and those or steps, and the 4 pieces are capabilities. So you want to communicate your capabilities. The next one you want to do is believe it or not, I haven't talked about the 4 abilities in several weeks, and so they're slipping my mind. The 4 abilities, and I want to do them in order. That's the problem. So the 4 abilities. The next is reliability. How good are you at delivering this capability? Your capability is what you make, what services you provide, what solution you solve. You know, there's a lot of ways to talk about your abilities, but basically what you want to do is you want to talk about what outcome you want to create. So that's your first ability. The next is reliability. How good are you at providing that capability? It's super important. The next one's really simple. It's likability. Are you someone that people can connect with either personally or through the service that you provide or the method? One reason I like to do these videos is because I think I'm a likable person. People enjoy me because, to be honest, I'm very real. I'm very transparent, and people like that sense that they know what they're getting. They're getting a specific person, and it's a certain kind of credibility that I communicate, which is a type of likability. So that's the third of the 4 abilities. So again, we're going to recap. We've got your capabilities. That is what you do, but specifically what great outcome you're going to provide for your customer. Your reliability. How good are you at it? And you need to prove it. You prove it through testimonials. You prove it through statistics. You can even actually now improve your reliability, especially if you're new in a field, but through studies, data, things like this, you actually communicate this reliability. So, and then the third one is likability, and we do that by being open, upfront, honest, frank, straightforward. Let people know what it is important to you. And then finally, the fourth one is predictability, and that has to do with what happens next. What happens as we move through this, and as an outcome, predictability. What I promise you right now is I'm going to send you a white paper if you'll go ahead and provide you your stuff at my website. My website is trafficri.com. trafficri.com, and I'm going to be super honest with you. I basically I showed you my URL before, but trafficri.com, if you go there and where do we do it? Here we go. You can see that at the bottom. Let's change the color there so you can actually read it. It's supposed, oh, there we go. Let's do it in bright green. trafficri.com, and what I want you to do is go there and fill out the form. So let's make it really big, and I wish I could move it. Can I? But oh yeah, don't do that. Undo that. So we can actually scroll up to the top. Wow, isn't that lovely? I love technology, but let's turn that So trafficri.com, go ahead, fill out the form, say I want the white paper, and you'll get it. Hey, so those are the 4 abilities. Those help you communicate your message. So 4 abilities, but there's also the 4 steps. So let's go through the 4 steps. Drive, capture, nurture. Nurture is using those 4 abilities, and convert. The best way to convert by far is, and you can see it all the time, it's people using what's called scarcity tactics. Tactics sounds so evil, but it's a tactic. It's basically saying, hey, we've got an offer. The offer is expiring. You need to jump on it. Or another way to say scarcity is we're going to do 100 of these. And I could say something like the first 100 people who ask for this white paper are going to get it. Now, if I said that that's actually true, you might be forced to act. Or what if I said, if you ask for my white paper, I'm also going to give you my mind map for the first 10 people that sign up. So those types of scarcity tactics are very effective. So drive traffic, capture leads, nurture prospects, convert customers. So anyhow, I hope that was really useful. I like to keep my my webinar short, and I think this was of ample time. If you have any questions, go ahead and throw them up into the YouTube comments area. I will be more than happy to do it, or put them into the live chat area. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye.